Welcome to Good Mythical More. There are 4 principal types of Coke out there on the open market. We're going to taste them.
Yeah,
and we're gonna decide which one of like actual just classic Coca-Cola.
Right. Yeah.
That you can get out in the world.
Right, because you can't get it in a can.
But not
or a plastic bottle. You can't do that.
Why are we not?
Yeah,
okay, they can explain.
Yeah.
There's all types of ways to get Coke.
There you go.
The 4 that we're gonna taste, because these are of a certain subgenre.
Yeah. It all makes sense.
In order to determine which ones of this subgenre of Coca-Cola is the best.
Emphasis on the la. But first, as part of Mythical Society Food Week, we're donating $1,000 to No Kid Hungry to aid in their mission to ensure that every kid has 3 healthy meals a day, 365 days a year, by connecting kids to existing nutrition programs, leveraging your donation to help states, cities, and communities close the gap between kids who need food and the food itself. Please join us in giving at nokidhungry.org/donate. Great organization, doing great work.
All right, so let's talk about this this subgenre of Coke that you can get. There's McDonald's has a certain type of fountain Coke, and then there's like Burger King is representing normal fountain Coke from other places.
A lot of people think that McDonald's like fountain Coke is the best version of Coke you can get.
Right.
And there's like a handful of reasons why people think this is the thing. They get their Coke syrup delivered in stainless steel tanks. According to the New York Times, the material keeps the soda fresher. McDonald's is pretty hush on this, but apparently they have a very close relationship with Coca-Cola.
What's Burger King doing? Like wood caskets?
I don't know.
Wood caskets, yeah, they're dead people. They flush the dead person out and they replace it with Coke instead of
Burger King, we only deliver our Coke in wood.
Did you mean casks?
Casks. Like why, I mean, you get McDonald's make it with stainless steel. Like what's Burger King using?
I don't know. But people think it's
Plastic
because
bags.
the high turnover of like people go and frequent McDonald's to get Coke out of the fountain, that maybe because they replace it more, it's fresher.
Yeah.
Syrup is another reason. And then they follow the beverage temperature guidelines set forth by Coca-Cola and filter all the water before it enters fountain dispensers to meet the gold standard of fountain drinks. Again, I don't know if Burger King does this.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to see if there's a difference. So we just have some uncold Cokes that we're going to try blind. And then we'll find out what's what.
Yeah. And previously you said that just the glass bottle Coke was your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see in this blind taste test if that remains true.
And then we get, this is
Mexican
Coke.
Yeah.
Coke from Mexico. All right, let's get into it.
Coke is good. Coke is it.
Coke is
it, man.
Coke is Coke.
Coke is it.
I know that was their slogan, but what is it now?
The real thing? What is it now?
Which one is this?
While you're considering that,
I'm not gonna know until I taste the next
just a little inside baseball here. This is lavender. Let me tell you what I was planning on doing and forgot to do, but we can relive it here. I had
relive something you didn't do?
Actually, Chase brought it to me and he said, I got this out of whose yard?
Sarah's parents.
Sarah's parents.
Sarah's parents.
And what I was going to do is I was going to say, Link, do you know what lavender looks like? And as you were fumbling for your answer, I was going to be like, BAM! And then I was going to like say, grab it.
And then
You would grab it?
wow, it's
And I'd be
so
like,
soft.
that. I've been waiting for you to ask.
It's pillowy soft.
And then this would have been the bit. It could have been in the main.
This is great.
Lavender is a sore subject in my household because Cassie grew a beautiful lavender plant.
Oh, and you took a crap in it.
Well, metaphorically. One day it was not looking great. And I said, babe, I think if you water it, it'll be better.
Ooh.
And she mumbled something to me
Ooh.
that I did not hear.
Oh.
And so
The B word.
I was like, okay, fine. I will water it. And then I watered it. And then 20 minutes later, she was like, babe. And I came out and I said I watered it. And she said I already watered it and not to water it. And if you water it in the way that you watered it, you could damage it.
Oh, no.
So guess who killed the beautiful lavender plant?
Lavender can't take double water?
There's a way that you're
How did
supposed
you
to water it.
Like,
Lavender sucks.
I mean,
Lavender's-
yeah,
So weak.
it is.
So
but I didn't
fragile.
take that stance actually. In
Lavender's
my house.
precious.
I just apologized profusely and took ownership of the situation.
let's taste the red one.
Well, are you?
I'm guessing you, to answer your question.
Well, mainly you're supposed to.
This is good. This is the best one so far.
But I need to
Rank
taste
them.
another
Okay,
one before I guess what it is. Not as good.
Not as good. You're right.
Not nearly as good. It's
Whoa.
it's flatter.
Like
It's flatter.
it's not just flatter. There's a roundness and a balance to the blue one. You know what I'm saying? It's got the sweetness and the bite that you want in a Coke.
This one's great. Second one's not good. Let's go with the green one.
Greeny.
Well, we're on a roll here. Even worse.
Oh, they're getting worse.
This one's flatter.
I'm going to have to take a melatonin tonight.
It's not that late in the day, dude.
Hey, it doesn't matter, man. I have caffeine after noon.
Really?
Yeah, I got to have a melatonin.
Okay. All right. Let's go with the yellow one.
You do the afternoon, like late afternoon coffee, and I'm like, how? If I did that, I would be up
This
until
one's
2 a.m.
definitely better than the
Just
green.
thinking about all the problems.
Green is not good at all.
Just inventing new problems to think about.
Red is better than yellow.
Oh, you got the yellow already? Yellow is the worst. Yikes.
No, taste green again. Green's worse.
They're both horrible.
You know what I think is happening? I think that this is that. I don't know which one the Mexican Coke is.
Honestly,
I'm hoping that
they're both bad in their own way. I
I'm
can't
hoping
tell
that
you
the
which
McDonald's
one's worse.
Coke is too, but I'm going by the bite.
The blue is out of this world good. I have a reason to believe
Yeah,
that.
this is what we've done.
Do you think that so you really think that these two are both the fountain? I think we may be thrown for a loop by the Mexican Coke.
Yeah, I know. Because people love McDonald's so much, I was thinking about moving it to second place, but I'm sticking to my guns that the blue is our
regular bottle.
our good old fave.
I'm confident in that answer.
And I think just because of the glass bottle, the carbonation of...
I personally think that yellow's a little bit worse than green, but they're both really bad.
Wow, well then... Are we right about blue? Let's just start there.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Gotta be right about
It's
that.
so
Okay.
good. It's so good.
My
Remains
fa-
your favorite. In another blind taste test, you've
Man.
picked the same one.
Yeah, it's
Makes me think about Mama Nell.
just so good.
She'd be drunk. She'd drink whiskey every night. She'd get drunk and she'd take her teeth out.
And where did Coke come in?
No, she had these. She always had these at her house.
Oh, she always had them around.
And then my brother and I would be drinking on one, and then we would be like, hey, what you want to do tonight? And the other guy would say, well, let's get Mama Nell to take her teeth out when she gets drunk.
Oh,
And then she'd be sitting there, and she'd be on her like second or third glass of straight whiskey.
okay, that's fair in
we'd
her
say-
age.
And smoking at the same time.
In a nursing home?
No, this is in her house.
Okay.
They didn't let her drink whiskey in the nursing home.
Oh.
By that time, they didn't let her have any of her substances. But this is one of the things that put her in the nursing home.
Okay.
And she'd be sitting there. She'd be smoking her cigarette. Pop would be smoking a cigar inside the house, drinking his alcohol. And then we would say, Mama Nell, take your teeth out. And she would resist a little bit. She'd be like, I don't want to do it tonight. And then we were like, Mama, now just take your teeth out. And then she'd be like, okay. And she'd take her teeth out and talk. It was the entertainment, man. After Dukes of Hazzard went off, that's all we had.
Yeah. Well, Dallas. You could have watched
Oh,
Dallas.
we weren't allowed to do that.
Did y'all like tonight's episode? She didn't sleep with her teeth in, though.
Of course not. Of course not. Once she took them out, they were out.
Did she ever give you a kiss?
No. I had
With her teeth out?
I had some. There were some,
Just gummy.
unhealthy things about my relationship with my grandmother. But
Hey, don't bring my grandma in.
no, she would not take her teeth out and then like chew gum for me or anything like that. No, none of that stuff. I figured out a lot of that stuff on my own.
Hey, I never got my grandma drunk just so she could take her
I
teeth
didn't
out.
get her drunk. She did that all on her own.
Was the TV on? I mean, they were watching Dukes of Hazzard?
We were.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, but your grandfather was seated in a different room.
He was in the recliner
Oh, same room.
in the same room, and she was in a non-reclining soft chair that was smaller. She was a smaller woman.
Mm-hmm.
And what was his drink?
I don't know, another type, like maybe just another type of whiskey. They both had their own types of whiskey and their own types of nicotine.
You want some Baileys?
And when you went to stay with them, you would come home and all your stuff would smell like what you can imagine it would smell like if you had spent a week in a home where people were just smoking cigarettes and cigars nonstop.
Smoke, whiskey, and denture cleaner, right?
Yeah, it just is like, and I didn't think of it. I was just, and their dog, they had a little poodle, Honey Bun. Mm-hmm. Honey Bun smelled like a cigar too.
Yeah, yeah.
Honey Bun, like, you get a poodle.
Honey Bun got that lung cancer.
Honey Bun was yellow.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Honey Bun was
White dog?
originally a white dog, but was just like a golden retriever in there with that cigar smoke
ooh,
in there. Yeah.
good gracious.
Yeah.
Memories.
You think red was the Mexican Coke?
That's what I think, but Rhett, did you think it was the McDonald's?
I think red might be McDonald's.
The red is the Mexican Coke.
Oh,
Okay, yep.
okay.
Just because the carbonation just kicks in a glass bottle.
So this is actually,
So now you've really,
this is confirming.
you've done something,
This
homie.
is confirming that when you put it in the bottle, it tastes better, whether you're in the U.S. or Mexico. So now we get down to this, and okay. So I think yellow's worse. I mean,
Which do you think is which?
I think yellow's worse. So I'm going to say that green is McDonald's.
Yellow has more carbonation. I'm sticking to my guns. It's better.
Green is McDonald's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's not good
Y'all,
though.
y'all
It's
are
not
drinking
good.
the Kool-Aid and
It's
ain't
a
that good.
little bit better, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not better. It's not anywhere close to as good as this.
I don't know what to say at this point. I mean, it was so built up,
Yeah.
but it's.
I
just,
think we've ruined McDonald's.
I know
for
it's
everyone
like
now.
we
The company's gonna go
disagreed,
under.
and we clearly didn't like it as much as like a. I mean, don't go to McDonald's to get a Coke, is what we're saying.
Go to the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, go to the and then. I mean, do the 7-Elevens all have a glass Coke available? Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
You got to seek out a place with like a nice, crack, openable Coke. And that's what you need.
You can get the glass at the grocery. It's always at the grocery store, isn't it? Isn't the glass at the grocery store?
I mean, yeah, for the most part, it depends on where you live.
And then you
your
take it
selection
back to
is
the.
different.
Can you still take it back to the grocery store? They still take it back.
I don't. In certain
That's what Mom and Nell would
states,
do. Be like, gather it up and take it to the grocery store.
Gather it.
Gather it up.
I don't know.
You know what? I think there's something nice to the idea that you could watch that one TV show and then your entertainment had to come from her taking out her dentures, and like that was
Right, that was
and
it.
having the Coke was,
Yep.
and that's what you had,
That's
and
a good
that's what
memory.
that's what you were enjoying.
Yep. We definitely didn't have a lot of screen time.
Simpler times. Much less teeth.
Makes me a little sad.
Yep. Well, we tried to recreate it for our children. Yep. My mom had all her teeth removed just so she could do it for my kids. And she doesn't really like alcohol, but we've been forcing her to get drunk lately, just so we can give them that memory.
No.
He's not being truthful.
Order your boxes of sweet macamello and peanut butter and honey sandwich mishmash now at eatmishmash.com.